Absolutely. So we could really go on all day regarding this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a quick track by Nina Lee. And when we come back from that track, we're going to have Nina Lee in the studio right here singing with us live acoustically. And then we're going to be interviewing her, guys. Psych Word. Welcome back to Psych Word. We have Nina Lee in the studio right now with her father on guitar. That was just Try and Break Me, and right now they are going to be performing live for the first time, Crazy Train.
But that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe I said maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing. Who and what's to blame? Going off the rails on a crazy train. I listen to preachers preaching all day. Been listening to fools. Whoa! I watched as the dropouts all dropped out and made their own rules. Oh yeah. One person's condition of being positioned, but never to listen, just rule and control. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The media sells it to us, baby, and we play the role. Can't you hear them screaming? They're driving me insane. Going off the rails on a crazy train. Oh, heirs of an old war, government's old war is what we've become. Oh, inheriting troubles makes me feel mentally numb. Oh yeah, crazy. I just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just ain't fair, yeah. Mental wounds still bleeding. Who and what's to blame? Going up the rail
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I love the words. Just
Beautiful.
Tell us about those words.
Oh, I didn't make it.
That's amazing. How do you feel when you sing those words, though?
I like it. I think my dad
That is a Ozzy classic right there. That's an Ozzy classic that somehow you guys were able to make into your own.
Oh, I didn't make that. He made that.
That's not true. You did the melody and the lyrics. The singing of it anyway.
That's just another example of a humble,
so humble.
singer,
Yeah.
you know. And but no, that was great. You sound great. You have a great voice. Now,
Thank you.
before you guys, when we went to break, and before you guys came in the studio, we played your track "Tried to Break Me." Tell me a little bit about "Tried to Break Me." Tell me about the whole evolution of that song, because that's been such a great song, and we're a fan of you here at Psych Word. So,
Thank you.
tell us about that.
So Try to Break Me was basically my first song. I came out with it, I think it was like a year ago. And it was basically, for me, what I think of it, it's like an anti-bullying campaign, basically. I just want to show other people that they can be different and that being bullied doesn't define you, and they're not going to change who you are, because we're here for you and you're not alone. And if my song can change one person's life from maybe not committing suicide or not doing something because of something they've been through, then I feel like that it's worth it, because I love to sing and I put it together. So
For a 15-year-old, it's just
She's amazing.
it's amazing.
Nina, tell us. So you moved from New York City
right.
to Westport
Right.
and Westport, Connecticut. So it's New York City to Connecticut, so more into the suburbs. And you experienced bullying from being different, right? Or tell us a little bit about what was your experience. And
Right.
The only thing different I see about her is she's a beautiful young lady with an amazing voice.
Thank
You know, you
being
almost-
what's so different,
you
though?
touched on something that I was speaking about earlier, and I'd like to get Nina's thoughts on this, is that you almost look at it as if women look at other women as if they're a threat.
Right.
So you're new. You're experiencing this I'm new feeling. You're
Right.
the new girl. Tell us about that.
I think being the new girl was definitely a challenge. I mean, my sister was only in the 3rd grade when we moved, but even though she's not new now, being in 6th grade, I mean, middle school stinks. Nobody likes it. I mean, I feel like it's not a good time in your life for anybody. Like, it's the awkward phase where you have pimples and braces and glasses.
I still have pimples. It happens. I'm just saying.
And Chris Rush needs braces.
And I'm still in the 3rd grade.
Well, mentally he is. So
She's like, who are these people?
So I came, and I think being from the city, I had different style than they did. They all were the same thing. They all were basic.
So
I was different.
the city, where exactly were you from?
I was on the Upper West Side.
Okay.
I went to Columbia Grammar. It was
Okay.
a private school, and I would think I went there for about 6 years, from kindergarten to the 5th grade.
Okay, so
She
then
just
you move.
said 3 words, though, Upper West Side. And anything in the city. I mean, the beautiful thing about being in the city is you can be anything you want to be, and you blend, because nobody
Nobody's
cares.
Normal. Nobody's normal.
Well, what is normal?
There
I mean,
is no
there is
normal.
no normal,
Right.
right?
Ah.
So now
So
you
that is the
move-
norm. The norm is that no one's normal.
The norm is that no one's normal. So now you move into this situation where everybody is in a cookie cutter,
They're
same
all the
type of box.
same.
Did you ever feel at any time that you wanted to change, or did you stand strong to who you are? Because I love your song, "Try to Break Me,"
you.
right?
I would
Tell
want to
me-
change. I would
tell,
think
Tell me how you felt. Did you want to change? Did you feel forced to change ever?
no.
Want to?
I've thought about doing a lot of things, but changing I don't think is one of them. I have not had. My parents are very supportive of me no matter what I do. Even if I do something bad, they're still supportive and they still care, and they always have my best interest. And I thought that I don't want to be the same as everyone else. Why can't you be different? What's the problem? There is no problem.
So your dad is here.
Andy Lee.
And, I really want to commend you as a parent and as a coach. What are you doing different that can inspire listeners that are parents out there that will help them in this situation? What did you do to help the situation, to make Nina know that, hey, you're not doing anything wrong?
Well, it's really hard. A lot of times there's not. You have to talk to your kids, obviously, and be there. Like Nina said, we support her. My wife, especially Kelly, is phenomenal at that.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mom.
Yeah.
We it's important. We did go through. You're asking about trying to change, and Nina's right. She's an individual, and she stayed that way. But there certainly was a time where it got tough, and you try to fit in, right? She was trying to fit in at school, and trying to get along with people who were being mean to her or excluding her. And when it's your day to day, and this happens to kids out there, right? They don't have any other options, so they're trying whatever they can do to get in there. So one thing that was very helpful was Nina got involved with a musical theater group outside of school, and she met kids that have something in common with her, and she made friends there, and that became a safe place for her.
Right.
And then we started focusing on the music, and that became a safe place for her. And you need places like that, especially because school is such a big part of the day and a big part of the week, and you have to go through it. And if it's the social focus, I think it just became it can get overbearing. So if you can shift that focus to some place that's safe, or that feels safe at least, then your kids can get some confidence. And look, we still have problems, and there's still struggles and challenges, and it's high school and middle. It's different than middle school, right? But there's new challenges, and.
Right.
It's interesting what you said, because it's about building self-esteem and confidence.
Right.
And there's an ownership aspect there, but as a parent, you took ownership to help her develop that and put her in an environment where she could grow that self-esteem and grow confidence. How do you feel, Nina, even over the past year? Do you feel like you build confidence on a daily basis? What do you do to help yourself self-motivate yourself?
I think there are many people that have low self-confidence. I never was one of those people. I've always had been very confident about myself and not really cared what other people think. But after so many days of people nagging and nitpicking at you, then you start to feel like, wait, maybe, should I be less confident? Like, I never was the type of kid who was shy. I was always outgoing and spontaneous. But I feel like for people who are shy and they feel like it's not going to get better, and they just don't know what to do, it will get better. Because being shy and having low self-esteem is one thing, then being bullied on top of that just kind of puts you down so much.
I want to feed off of that, because you just said something really good, right? We're all human. We all have emotions. We all have the right to express our emotions in a productive way. The worst thing that can happen to a person when they're getting bullied is to keep that inside and not talk to the right people about it.
Right.
If you are being bullied, if you are a parent, it is a responsibility to ask the child, how was your day? What's happening? Because the more you talk about it, right, you're putting yourself in an environment. To regress those emotions is very dangerous, right? Did you ever go through that? Did you ever feel like you were scared to talk about it? Or did you feel you were open? And what advice would you give to tell people, to tell people to talk about that? How can they tell somebody?
I think that you should tell somebody that you trust, an adult or somebody that you feel really safe with, because if they have your trust and you have their trust, they're not going to betray it. I also wanted to say, I was last week I did an interview with Jessica Abo. She has this big YouTube channel, and I met this girl who is also doing this an interview, and I met her, and her name was Val, and she was one of those really shy kids who in high school, she was really shy and she didn't have high self-esteem, and she took all the kids who were getting bullied because she knew she wasn't the only person.
And she formed a street gang?
No, close.
She formed an online gang. It's actually worldwide now.
Really?
It's called the Validation Project. And
the Validation Project.
I'm writing that
down.
Wow,
you were so on that.
I
love it.
that's where I was going.
Okay, so this is the Validation Project. Is this a charity? Is this a nonprofit? Well, this is a nonprofit organization. Okay, tell us more about it.
I saw it and I thought it was incredible. She's really cool. She's a really cool girl. She's 16, or 17 now. And if you have a talent, they take teenagers who have talent they teach. So let's say I joined and I'm working on joining it. if I join and I can sing, right, maybe they take me to a local orphanage and teach the kids to sing.
I love it.
And then you'd have that.
Love it.
So there's different mentoring groups that you can have. And what I found really inspiring about her personally was, even though she went through all this stuff, like, I felt like she was someone to look up to for me, because she was telling all these people to be themselves, but then she said she wasn't really being herself. And she came out as gay in, like, last May, saying that the reason the Validation Project helped her. So it even helped her. It helped so many people. And I thought it was so cool, like, to see how it's become so big, because it was just like a little thing she just thought about. And now it's like worldwide. So how fast things can, like...
You know, you just said something beautiful. You said she became comfortable, right? Because
Right.
that's what confidence is. Self-esteem and confidence are being comfortable in your own skin and being able to be your true, authentic self.
Right.
So this is empowering. I love this. And not to mention the fact, I mean, how does that make you feel? If you're put in that position, you're learning leadership skills. I mean,
Right.
naturally, in my opinion, I look at you as an inspiration because I feel you
Thank
are
you.
a leader. To be able to stand up and say, I'm not changing. I am who I am. I
Right.
know I'm not hurting anyone, and I'm developing and evolving myself. That's a leader. And that's an inspiration to many other people who want to aspire to be you. And that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Know, that's a beautiful thing.
Because you said that the woman, the girl, who,
Right.
she inspired you, and now you're inspiring others. So it's kind of like you're just
Hopefully.
paying it forward,
Right.
you know?
Plant
And then
the
the people
seed.
the people that you're inspiring, they're going to be inspiring other people. Now, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So you move to this town, you move to this school where you kind of feel like an outcast, and you take this unfortunate situation and you turn it into an asset of yours. You start to put it into your music. Now, did you starting to make music about it, did that make you more of an outcast? What's the reception been from people that you're going to school with? Are they like starting to come up to you and being like, "Wow, I heard your song," or are they like, "I'm not even going to talk to her"?
Well, the funny thing is, after I released my first song, some of the first people who congratulated me and who texted me being like, "Oh my God, your song's amazing, we downloaded it," were the people who were mean to me.
Ah, I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
'Cause
How'd
they
that
knew-
make you feel?
They knew it was about them, so they maybe wanted to be the ones to say,
Manipulation.
Manipulation.
You know, it's interesting that along those lines, one of the reasons I like this song "Crazy Train" that we just played for Nina is some, like, the line, you know, it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate.
Love
And even
it.
those people,
Love
you
it.
know, you can reach them.
Yes.
And
because
help them.
That's right.
yeah, because
Yeah.
all bullies, the reason they bully is because they feel bad about themselves. So I don't think that they should be punished. It's like they should be helped, because I was at this summit for Connecticut, the Children Commission, and there was one of these speakers, and he said, if there's a kid who gets a math problem wrong, what do? We don't suspend them, we help them.
That's
but if
right.
there's
Wow.
someone being bullied, they suspend them. Why not help them also? Because bullies need help too. It's not only the
Wow.
victims. So if maybe they get help, they can become, because I feel bad for them, honestly. Like, they're being mean to other people just because they feel bad inside. So maybe are they making themselves try to feel better? I don't know. But if you teach them the way to act, maybe it can be different from just telling them, all right, you got to go, and then you can come back and then be mean to more people. Like,
That shows your maturity and the
Yeah,
wisdom that you have.
I'm getting chills, literally. It's turning the negative into a positive, and that is easier said than done.
Right.
in
I still
many
haven't
times,
I haven't
right?
forgiven people I went to high school with that bullied me.
No,
I
that's
look
a
back and I'm
grudge.
like, you know what? I'm good. I'm glad they're not doing good. Her, on the other hand, she's half my age, and she's like, you know what? I forgive them. I'm like, man.
You know, but it only takes one person to do the right thing and change the world, right? And it's a choice. It's an
Right.
active choice. Call it maturity.
Yeah.
Call it self-esteem. You know, some people call it maturity. Maturity is confidence and self-esteem, but I call it confidence, right? And you can definitely, your support system, you're very blessed to have a wonderful family. I myself love my family. Shout out to my family. It's your roots. They make you who you are. But at the end of the day, your family is your family, but you will go on to make your own choices.
right.
Your choices are what make you. Your choices are what will break you.
And they'll support
Choose
you.
wisely.
Right.
Choose wisely. And that's exactly what you're doing.
Talking
Like if-
about family, sorry to interrupt, but My sister Emma probably will want a shout out. So
Go ahead.
Emma,
What's up,
Adorable.
Emma?
I love it.
Also,
Go
your
ahead.
biggest fan and biggest supporter.
and she thinks she's my publicist too.
She is your publicist.
She's,
I love it.
oh, and my
I love
dog
it.
Sandy, if you're watching.
Listen,
Awesome.
Emma,
I love
we're
it.
hiring Emma. We're
I
going
love
to take
it.
you away from Nina. We're looking for a
Love it.
publicist.
She looks like a mini me. I'm telling you, she looks exactly like me, but just shrunk.
How awesome is that?
I love it.
How awesome is
So
that?
speaking of choosing wisely, as we're kind of moving along with time, tell me about what advice would you give to somebody to choose wisely? How would you tell somebody to make a good choice? What's the difference between a good choice and a bad choice in your eyes? And not just talking about ice cream.
She just threw a curveball. She just threw a curveball at you, Nina. You bet.
Well,
She's a smart cookie.
Yeah.
I have a lot of faith in her.
you know when you're making the right decision. I feel like you have it in your gut. Somebody who really
Love
knows
it.
what the right decision is. If they're doing something wrong and they try to talk themselves into, oh, it's okay. Like deep down, you know it's wrong. I feel like find something you love, focus on that. Don't focus on all the stuff that goes on outside, because it's really not worth it. If you do something for yourself, you're able, I feel like, to do so much more, because worrying about other people, like, what's that going to do? That's just going to waste your time. Like, you have to
bad
enjoy the
energy.
moments that
Right.
you have, because one day you're going to look back and be like, oh shoot, like I really should have remembered that, and I really should have taken advantage of that. And I've done that so many times, and be like, oh, I loved it there. And my mom's like, no, you didn't. You had like a tantrum there. And I was like, all right, well, I thought I loved it there. Like, you just have the memories, and then
Yeah.
You use each moment wisely. Use your energy wisely.
since we have 5 minutes, I just wanted to say, last interview, you asked me, and I told you in Maine, you asked me about chocolate covered bacon. And I
did.
told you I didn't like chocolate, but I really like bacon.
Yes.
So we made some different chocolate covered bacon.
No way.
No.
Are you serious?
Oh my God,
We
you
have one
guys
with
are
like curry, and then one
amazing.
with coconut.
Coconut?
No.
One with chili powder and one just chocolate and bacon.
Oh my
No.
God, you guys
So we're
made
gonna
these
settle into
homemade?
baked.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Wow.
that's so
And
awesome.
I am
That must
not-
have been the most fun family project.
It was fun.
That is so fun.
And I am not a fan of chocolate, but I'm going to try it because I love bacon.
Oh my God, this is going down right
So you're
now.
gonna try it.
I am
You're gonna
eating-
try
I'm
a
so
piece
glad
right now.
I
Nina's
rammed
getting
him
high
up.
fives from
Nina,
everywhere.
You are awesome. High fives.
This one
That's
is the chili.
awesome.
I don't want the spicy one.
Wow.
Wow.
I'll do coconut.
Okay,
Chocolate,
right now,
coconut.
this is the play-by-play. So right now on the
All right.
table, we have
We're gonna do cheers.
coconut-covered bacon.
Hold on. Let me get it.
Yeah,
I gotta
curry
get a
bacon,
picture
and
of
we
that.
have
Coconut
chili
covered
for you.
chocolate bacon.
Coconut-covered chocolate bacon.
All
This
right.
is like bacon madness coming. Bacon. Rob is in heaven right now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
I
What
love
if you
it.
had, like, asked me that question and I was a vegetarian?
Oh my God!
That
You have
would've
no
been
idea
so
how
awkward.
Rob is in heaven right now. Now I have to talk because this is the drill. When he eats, I have to talk, and then when he's not
my
eating,
God.
I'm going to eat
Do you
because
know
I am
what's-
going to try this.
But
So,
what if he asked me that and I was a vegetarian? How awkward.
So how did you make this? Did you fry it and then you
You make
deeped
the
it?
bacon.
Okay.
You have to melt the chocolate in a double boiler.
Okay.
A little bit of oil.
sound so bad on the, like...
And then you're
She's
dip the
munching.
bacon in the chocolate, and you can sprinkle the coconut or the chili powder or whatever.
I'd
Now-
rather
and we-
have
now
the
we've got-
regular bacon.
Oh my God.
We've got coconut
Incredible.
all over your floor. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's okay.
Nina,
That was so
I'll
good.
vacuum it.
before we wrap up, I want to know, where are you going to be? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Now, are you going to forego college and focus on your career? Are you planning on college? What is it that
would
Nina Lee's
kill
planning
me.
on doing?
They would kill me.
So, what grade are you in right now?
Freshman.
Okay, freshman.
Sorry.
So are you not even thinking college yet?
No, I am. I am.
Now, do you want to stay local? Do you want to go out somewhere?
I definitely want to do something involving musical theater. Hopefully something in New York. Something involving musical theater and music theory. I mean, academics are important, but that's not what I want to do. Like, for school, like, I'd rather do something that I do forever and always have fun. Like, I know I'd have fun. Because it's really hard to make it in the music industry. Like, 99% of the time, you don't get it. But that 1%, when they say yes to you...
I'm calling your dad out right now. Let me tell you why.
He's having a conversation over
because
there.
Nina got a text message. Okay, Nina got a text message on her phone like
It was my
5-10
dad.
minutes ago, and he took the phone away when he went to go look at it. So he just got a
takes
phone
a call.
call. He takes a phone. I love it.
Only because it was her sister. And I didn't know.
I love it.
She's saying hi back to us.
She probably,
hi, Emma.
yeah, right. She's saying
I
hi
love
back.
it.
Everyone says
hey,
hi, Emma.
Nina, I
We call
gotta
her
give you
Boom
a shout
Boom.
out
You
on
can
your
call her Boom Boom.
Boom. Hi, Boom Boom. I gotta give you a shout out on your makeup. Gorgeous.
Thanks.
I love it, and I love the eyelashes. Gorgeous. I think I'm gonna have to get some makeup tips after. Very natural.
Now, Nina,
Very natural and very beautiful.
if you could give our listeners one last final statement, whether if it's about you, your music, your beliefs, anything, what is it you want to tell our listeners?
Oh, let me think about it.
All pressure.
I think.
This
That's
chocolate
a
covered
tough-
bacon.
I know,
was-
it's just like we're
was
just
the
eating
best.
No,
in
I'm
here.
just trying to think because I have a lot of them. But maybe like, don't push the people who hurt you down because they'll fall down by themselves.
Oh,
Wow.
that is.
You should
so
be over here.
deep.
You should be on this side because
Yeah.
I'm serious. I mean, the fact that
didn't like that chocolate.
the fact that she's, no, you don't like it.
Oh, it was good. I liked
Come
it.
on,
Not a fan.
Oh no. I liked it.
I'm heartbroken. You know.
All right, so don't. I love this. Let's go back to this real quick. Don't push the people. Say it again.
Don't push down the people who hurt you because they'll fall down by themselves.
Okay. Love
Beautiful,
it.
beautiful. Now, if
I won't
listeners,
push you down anymore, Rob.
thank you, I appreciate it. Now, if listeners want to get a hold of you, Nina, social media. I know you're on social media.
Right.
How can they reach out to you? How can they listen to your music, see your videos?
Facebook, Nina Lee Music, my website, www.ninaleemusic.com.
So it's Nina Lee, just like it sounds. NINA
Lee.
LEE.
Right.
Nina Lee Music on Facebook and NinaLeeMusic.com on the web.
Beautiful.
And then I am on Twitter, the same username, NinaLeeMusic.com. Nina Lee Music. And I'm on Twitter,
Instagram.
Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation is a good place too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she's
iTunes,
got
right?
all her
iTunes,
tunes on there.
right. Instagram.
You can also hear the music on Spotify and Pandora and all of that.
Yes,
If you
yeah, I've seen
search
her
for
on
it.
there
Django is a
too.
good app, actually. Django.
Beautiful. So what I'm going to do when we get off the air, even though I have your music, I'm going to go on iTunes and I'm going to purchase your music because
All right.
awesome music. It's
Thank you.
inspirational. 15 years old. I mean,
The words, they
Ka-ching.
just hit the heart. Yeah.
I mean, Denise, what were you doing at 15?
Oh,
You were
I was
watching-
a cheerleader. Really? I was, yeah. But I was in the debate club too, and I was the president of Tiger Television. So I had a lot of diversity.
Did they
I
have
was
TVs back then?
Listen, I was a lot like Nina. Oh my God! He totally just went there.
No, black
didn't
and
he?
white. No, they had the hangers.
It
on
had
the-
little rabbit ears
Yeah.
with the tinfoil on it. But you know what? Just to give a shout out, I strongly commend at any age, get involved in your community. Any age, even my age, apparently, as old
Yes.
as I am.
Aren't you younger than him, though?
That's right, I am. I love her. She can stay forever. She's taking your place. But, get involved with your community, support local music theater. Nina's involved with musical theater. Our communities need financial and not just financial, they just need emotional support. Get out there, watch the shows, give where you can, pay ahead. These are programs that are building confidence for anyone of any age.
Can I give a
Absolutely.
shout out
Right.
to one?
Please.
Music Theater of Connecticut in
Why what?
in Westport and Norwalk. That's Nina spent time there, so we love them.
Beautiful. And Nina's looking at him like he has 4 heads, but she has a lot going on, so she might not have remembered it. Or maybe you're too young.
She's not.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm not too young.
All right. Well, Nina Lee, thank you very much
Thank
for
you
stopping
so
by
and thank
Psych
you
Word.
for the bacon. You guys are always
Thank you
feeding
for the
us.
chocolate
We
covered
love
bacon.
you.
We love you. Thank you very
Your
much.
performance was amazing.
Thank you.
again. Keep
I appreciate
empowering
it.
women and keep being your true authentic self.
Thank you.
Nothing more beautiful in the world.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So another show wrapped up. Beautiful show.
So sad.
Very sad.
Say it
Very
every
sad.
week. I hate to end it.
Yep.
I want to give a quick shout out to Diva's Little Things.
What's
Diva's Little Things is they're a big supporter, big listeners of ours. They support the proceeds of everything that they sell. A portion of their proceeds go to fight domestic abuse and violence. They have asked us to participate in their fashion show coming up April 18th. I will have more details. We will be emceeing.
Can
It
Chris
will
be on the runway?
It will be in
Who's gonna
New
be
York
emceeing?
City. We will be emceeing. I wanted to see his face when I gave him the news. We will be covering all
It's
of
like
the
a scrunched up
Yes.
kind of little.
When did this happen?
things happen with me. You
Craziness
got to
going
watch
on.
out. I pop out. So this is in New York City. I will have more details on Facebook.
Beautiful.
Information on how you can purchase tickets. We are the official representatives. We will also be interviewing the fashion designers, and we will be at the show.
Beautiful. Awesome. That's good news. That's good news. All right. Also, this week, like we always say, if you haven't liked the Facebook page, definitely like the Facebook page. This week we are starting our Charity of the Week, where each week we pick a charity that we are going to be trying to promote. So I believe next week's charity, our first week's charity, is going to be Wounded Warriors.
Wounded Warriors.
So-
But we just gave a shout out to the music theater. So we were just talking about give to the community.
Yes.
Let's give to music charity
Theater of
and Music
Connecticut.
Theater of Connecticut.
Absolutely. So we are actually all out of time. We don't have any time for any closing thoughts. However, definitely go to psychword.com. Check us out. Stay updated. We're on Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. And that's it. Thank you for all of our guests that we had. Nina Lee, along with her father, Andy Lee. Thank you very much. It was an incredible performance. Love the music. Chocolate cup.